Schools on Tundra is a field program that I was involved in, a field science program, and it's part of what's called ArcticNet, which is a group of universities across Canada that come together to study Arctic science.
And what it is, it's an educational program meant to educate people mainly about northern Canada.
Schools on Tundra is a program that two of our students got to participate in this year. It's working in collaboration with scientists that are researching in Manitoba, in Churchill, Manitoba at the time, as well as two educators that are selected from schools across Canada as well.
So the goal of the Schools on Tundra program is to raise awareness about the implications of what's going on in the north right now. So for example, because of the fact that it is within the Arctic Circle, you see a lot of environmental vulnerability.
Science is really important in Churchill because scientists love it for a bunch of different reasons. Polar bears are great there, so all the wildlife is great there, as a matter of fact. But they also have what they call an ecotone, so you get the boreal forest ending there and the tundra beginning. So people who look at the landscape more also really like Churchill as a scientific destination. Scientifically, we did lots of snow core sampling because you really see density and water levels, water equivalent. You can see how much precipitation has fallen over time at temperatures. We did some sediment sampling at the bottom of lakes.
There were also a number of experiments that we did not only for the Churchill Northern Science Centre, but also for organizations like Parks Canada. So for example, one day what we did was we went into the forest and set up wolverine traps so we could, not to actually trap wolverines, but in order to track the population of wolverines, just so we could get an idea of the population in that area.
On a more recreational side, or a more bonding side, let's say, and getting to know the north. We had speeches with some elders, we went dog sledding, we really got to know the northern community in that way. We spent a couple of days in the town of Churchill itself.
I think that the value of this trip is it's really unique in a lot of ways. They get to experience parts of Canada that most Canadians don't get to experience at all. Hopefully going to change their perspective on what Canada has to offer, not in terms of just scientific research, but also just in terms of cultural diversity.
I think that the way that this trip has influenced my personal ambitions is that at its most basic level it was a learning experience for me. And it also provides insight into how field science works, right? And how scientists perform under the status quo. And so for me, what that did was it provided insight for me into how a career into science would work, and changed my career options for the future, per se.
But I think that this really shows the difference between real science out there and what we're able to accomplish, in a high school setting. And it really helped clarify what being a research scientist really means for the future. And I think that it is an option that's open to me, and I think that's something I would consider. But I also think that this experience helps me wherever I end up. Whether I end up in politics, in law, in engineering, whatever I may do, that this experience really is something positive towards the future, and it's helped me learn about myself and learn about the issues facing our country and how to solve them.
It's great that we're building these partnerships with truly diverse Canadians, right? So hopefully we can continue to do that, and maybe that would lead to collaborative projects that would be between LCC and schools in northern Canada. Certainly it would be nice to do that for scientific merit, but also just with the cultural exchanges too. That's kind of a unique thing.
My name is Victor Zhao. I'm in grade 11 right now.
I'm Andrew Hamilton. I'm a grade 11 student here at LCC.